Hello everyone, welcome to MEFA page again. As I've told you last week that I'll be talking about light control accessory for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Today we're still on light control accessory, and today we'll be talking about diffusers. Today we'll be talking about diffusers and gels. What are diffusers? What are tracers? What are gels? In fact, the word tracer was taken from the work that lighting accessory does, that word was come out of the work that lighting accessory does, because it traces. It traces. So that's why they call it tracer. But on a professional level, you call it diffusers. You call it diffusers. So we want to talk about diffusers and gels. You must have heard about diffusers and gels. You must have seen them being used on set. Or you ask yourself and say, why are they putting one kind of translucent paper on the face of light? Sometimes they put bluish translucent paper. Sometimes they put light blue translucent paper. Sometimes they put yellow, red, different colors on. And sometimes it's just translucent and colorless. It's just translucent and colorless material they put in front of your light. So why are they doing all those things? The reason is what I have started talking about: light control. In fact, all those things are used to control the light that comes on the subject that you are illuminating. So, light accessories that we're discussing today is diffusers and gels. Now let me start with diffusers. This is an example of a diffuser. It's an example. It's small. This is very small, but it's meant for a particular light. It is constructed for a particular light. It's like an LED, very small LED diffuser. And you see that the face is translucent. You know what we call translucent face is transparent. When it is transparent, you can see through. You can see me even while you are looking at it. But this time around, it's a translucent material. Now, a diffuser is a translucent material. The work it does is in two ways. Number one thing that a translucent will do for your light is to reduce the intensity of the light that falls on the subject that you are illuminating. It will reduce the intensity of the light that falls on the subject that you are illuminating. Now, in fact, on a real sense, that is a disadvantage of a diffuser. But notwithstanding, when you are working with any light, you should be able to determine the amount of illumination you want on a particular subject. While you now use your diffuser should not reduce the amount of light that you want on your subject as much as the one you needed on the body of your subject. Now, the diffuser will first reduce the amount of light that falls on the subject. Now, secondly, the diffuser spread out the illumination. The diffuser will no longer allow any spotlight to spot again. It will spread out the spotness of that light. It will make the light to spread instead of that light to spot and go directly into the particular subject you are illuminating. That light will spread out. That's what happens to all your electric bulb at home. When you look at your electric bulb at home, you would realize that most especially those high wattage bulbs that they produce, you realize that the body of that bulb is made with translucent material. That translucent material allows that light to spread into the room. So that's what makes it possible for you to put only one bulb in your room, and yet the whole room is illuminated. That is what makes it possible, because you are using a diffuser to spread out the light. Instead of light directing to a particular place, then the light spreads out by the use of diffusers. And no, I hope you understand what the diffuser does now. Now, I will also talk about Gels. Let me talk about something like this. This is a blue diffuser, a daylight diffuser, a daylight tracer, a daylight gel, whichever one you call it. Now, in this case, it does the work that a diffuser does, but in its own case, it does more. What makes it, what it does more is that it changes the temperature of the light that you have. For example, the light that falls on me when I use the diffuser now look at the light that falls on me now. Look at the light that falls on me. Now, when I use the diffuser, can you see the color of the light that falls on me already change to something light blue? Because the diffuser is doing that job. Let me use the key light. Let me work on the key light. Now, if you look at the key light now, you realize that the light that falls on me changes from a tungsten. Now, this is a tungsten light, but the moment I use this diffuser now, I use this daylight gel, it changes from a tungsten to a blue field white light. That's what you see now. You remember that I have discussed here with us about light has colors. And this is what exactly you will see when you are changing the color of light. Now, so this is the work that this one does. Not only you will realize that with the explanation I've made, you will realize that not only that it changes the color of the light, it also reduces the intensity of the light that comes to me. It reduces the intensity of the light that comes to me. Now, not only reduce the intensity of the light that comes to me, the light spreads out. The light spreads out, and the moment the light spreads out, then the intensity of the light that reaches a particular place has been spread. Instead of the light to go directly into one place, the light has been spread to flood into many places. And that is what caused the reduction in the amount of that light. So the same thing that happens to this is the same thing that happens to this. So when I use this, something changes. When I use this, something changes. You understand? When I use it, something changes. So whichever one you do, whichever gels you use, something will change. It controls. All this controls the illumination. Not only controlling the illumination, controls the color, controls the mood of your scene. Now I can decide to use something different also, like this. Now I can decide to use something different like this. I can have this. I can have this. Now these are the things. This is what those tracer does. Those tracer does. Now I can also decide to use this, to do this, change this color, change this color. So the field you see are totally different. Now, in fact, if I'm using this, somebody will think I'm shooting a horror movie. So it tells the mood. The control you give your light tells the mood of your scene. The control you give your light tells the mood of your scene. So today we have discussed so well about diffusers, diffusers and gels. Now, the use of all these things is to control your lighting. To control your lighting controls the mood of your light, controls the illuminations that reaches a particular subject, controls the color of the light that reaches a particular subject, and spread out the floodness, how the light is going to flood the entire place. So this is what tracers and gels. Thank you for watching MEFA page today. God bless you.
Je suis Joël Rousseau, je suis à Medram Film Academy, MEFA.
I am Omotosho Damlola Oluwaseun.
Olalekan Joseph.
My name is Babati Pace.
This is where we are learning about film production.
This is a very good school for aspiring cinematographer.
MEFA meaning Medram Film Academy, and then everything you need to learn about filmmaking, you can learn here.
My name is Kunle Adepoju. I am the Director of Studies for Medram Film Academy.